Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X. So we are just looking back over our captures in the last number of areas, did them off screen, but we now have 10 of every monster in the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, Calmlands, Macalania Woods and Thunder Plains. So there's everywhere that we can go previously. But what I didn't capture on camera, which I should have captured once I first encountered them, is the monsters that we're able to get Kimahri's Overdrives from. So this one from the Calmlands, the Malboro, use Lancet to get Bad Breath. From the ghosts in the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, you're going to learn Doom. And with those two overdrives learned, we're going to then move forward back to the bridge where we went down to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, but go over the bridge into Gagazet and progress the story.
Sometimes Yuna would just stare off into the distance. I finally understood why. She was saying goodbye to the places she'd never see again.
So we finally get to see Zanarkand at the edge of the world. And moving into Mt Gagazet, home of the Ronso, we're going to be met by some resistance. And we're going to get to see personally my favourite scene in the whole game.
Summoner Yuna and Guardians, leave here at once. Gagazet is Ronso land, sacred mountain of Yevon. The mountain will not bear the footsteps of infidels.
Enemy of Yevon is enemy of Ronso. Leave, traitors!
I have cast aside Yevon. I follow the temple no more.
Then you will die by those words.
So be it. Yevon has warped the teachings and betrayed us all.
Nothing but a bunch of low-down tricksters, eh?
Yeah! We have no regrets.
Blasphemers!
A summoner and her guardians.
Lord Kel'Gronso, if I may. Have you not also turned your back on Bavel?
But still you guard Gagazet as a Ronso, not a maester. Yuna is much the same.
Elder Kelk! Let Biran rend them asunder! No escape! Not one!
No, we will not flee. We will fight and continue on.
You have been branded a traitor, but still you would fight sin. Lost to the temple, hated by the people, yet you continue your pilgrimage? Everything lost. What do you fight for?
I fight for Spira. The people long for the calm. I can give it to them. It's all I can give. Defeating sin, ending pain. This I can do.
Even sacrificing yourself. Ronso, let them pass. Summoner Yuna, your will is stronger than steel. Tempered steel that even the mightiest Ronso could not hope to bend. Yuna, we bow to your will. Now go. The sacred heights of Gagazet welcome you.
We thank you.
I never got why in the background there, Tidus and Waka are just like punching each other. Don't get that.
My neck's hurting.
Zanarkand's on the other side. Huh.
Yeah? You're home, yeah?
As if you believed me.
Maybe I do. The one on the other side here is probably just a pile of rubble, yeah? But somewhere out there is your Zanarkand. Somewhere, yeah? Yeah, you'll be home soon enough.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, cheer up. Let's do this. Better get ready. Ain't no shops where we're going.
You think of anything yet? There's just so little time. I don't know. This is a toughie.
Yuna's grown stronger.
Stronger, huh? I'd say it's more like she's driven. Don't you think?
That's why she's strong. She's still pressing forward. When weak people are driven, they can't go far before they break. She keeps going forward because she is strong. Yuna has grown strong. And all I can do is try and keep up with her.
Biran and Yenke gone.
I wonder what they're up to. It's probably nothing.
Biran is hero of Ronso. Yenke is powerful warrior.
Great. I hope we don't have to fight them.
Kimahri must fight. Kimahri must win.
It's just a little farther now. It's just a little farther now.
But yeah, it's a really, really powerful moment there from Lulu, who's always kind of been seen as Yuna's big sister, and just to see her kind of in a reflective mode, just sort of saying that, like, no, like, she's surpassed her, she's running ahead, and she's trying to keep up, you know. Powerful, powerful scene. Really good.
Halt!
Haven't you bothered us enough?
Summoner may pass. Guardians may pass. Kimahri not pass. Kimahri shame Ronso brothers. Kimahri forget his birth. Forget his people. Forget his mountain. Little Ronso. Weakling Ronso. Mountain hate the weak. Hate the small. If you will climb,
Then I must prove my strength.
think you will win? You not forget who took your horn? Never forget. Kimahri never beat Brother Biran. Never win. This time, I win. I will win.
Why, you... This some kind of Ronso thing?
Kimahri problem.
So what's really, really cool about this fight here is that, like, in the game files itself, Biran and Yenke are completely mirrored in some, like, complex formula to be somewhat slightly weaker than Kimahri. But the stronger Kimahri is, the stronger this boss fight becomes. And so what's really important here with Kimahri is that since he has the steal ability, or the mug ability in this case, we're able to steal level 3 Kier Spheres from Biran and Yenke. And if we use Lancet and we haven't been like collecting many of his overdrives, there are multiple overdrives that we can learn, like Aqua Breath, the Fire one, Thrust Kick, which we're going to get now from Biran. So it's a really good way of getting like an awful lot of Kimahri stuff. But as I say, we've been collecting so many of his overdrives that it's not that big of a deal. But absolutely in this fight, just mug, and you can get up to 4 level 3 key spheres, which is absolutely brilliant. And I've kind of cut out bits of the battle here, but going through, once he uses Super Mighty Guard, you're able to absorb that with Lancet. And for some reason White Wind never came up, he never used it, so I couldn't Lancet it, but I'll show White Wind later on further in Gagazet. But again, 4 level 3 key spheres, 2 return spheres, a bunch of overdrives for Kimahri. This is definitely Kimahri's episode in the series.
Sacred Mount Gagazet. I honor the name of strong warrior who defeats Biran. Remember always, Gagazet, that name is Kimahri. Mountain knows Kimahri strong. Kimahri may pass. Summoner, we, Ronso, will stop pursuers from Temple.
Truly?
Penance for breaking Kimahri's horn long ago. We crush enemies following behind. Kimahri crushed enemies standing before. You are most fortunate, Summoner.
I thank you.
Ronso will shine your statue brightest.
Thank you. But I fear that no one will make a statue for a traitor such as I am.
Then Ronso will make. With grand horn on head.
That would be wonderful.
I wanted to see Yuna's statue too, but I wanted to see it with Yuna by my side.
Yeah, like again, just such powerful moments, like Kimahri just getting to stand up to his like Ronso brethren, his like bullies really. Like such a really good scene, and you know, even Yuna again just moving forward with her pilgrimage, knowing that like nobody is going to like support her, she's a complete enemy from the temple, and to the point where even the Ronso, who are like really staunch religious believers in Yevon, they are going to basically protect Yuna from the pursuers coming behind. Now, as I say,
What is it this time?
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt the cutscene. I'll tell you in a sec. Sorry, so what I was saying was that going forward, I'm going to just have high encounters on as I'm traveling up Gagazet. Now the funny thing is that Gagazet itself already has such a high encounter rate that it just literally becomes every step triggers an encounter. But again, we're trying to capture all the Fiends, so the more fights we're in, the more captures we get, the better it is. Now you might have noticed the red Needhog, the dinosaur enemy. He appeared in the Cavern of the Stolen Faith as well. So that's why he was already at his capture limit. So there is some overlap within areas of enemies that can be captured. So like that, we don't need to capture that many. But yeah, the main thing with these bombs, like you can use Yuna's no blaze because their physical attacks count as fire attacks. But they're surprisingly resistant to magic, which is interesting. So they are kind of just ones to sort of just be attacked with. Again, Auron, who has such high strength, is well able just to do serious damage against them. So just attack with Auron, capture as many enemies as we go up along the mountain, and I'll kind of show unique encounters as they appear. And like what's nice as well, and one of the reasons why I took off the 4x speed, is that you know, a good few of the battles actually, you know, the characters have voice lines, which is quite nice to hear as well. So we'll hear a few of them before I cut ahead.
The mountain itself is the trial.
And so with these enemies, they're like a reskin of the desert flowers. But again, really simply just two attacks, Tidus, Auron, done. And for if you're trying to get to your heavy hitters and like not kill them with a magic spell like Nulu's, you're well able to use Demi, which does percentile damage, and like take down their HP, but there's no risk of them being KO'd by the attack. And yeah, just to say that as well, if you're low on certain items, you can definitely steal with Riku, Kimahri, and Yuna at this point. Just to get some items, but just be careful with these guys. Like their Beaconel Desert counterparts, they can cause confusion, which is quite dangerous, especially when you're going to have like a bunch of characters with really high strength. But luckily Kimahri just attacked himself, knocked himself out of confusion, and again, more capturing done. And so I cut out an awful lot of these. Like it's literally 20 minutes of me just walking slowly up the mountain, getting constant encounters. But again, it's just one of those things we have to do. And now when it comes to the Machina enemies, you're going to want to kill and overkill them, not just to simply attack them or like steal to auto kill them. They can't be captured, but what you can get from them is more Mega Phoenixes, like we see there with our overkill. So with those 3 Machina encounters there, you could get up to potentially, you know, 6 Mega Phoenixes if you were really lucky. And then I kind of get to the point where I put on no encounters.
These mark the graves of summoners and guardians who failed.
And it's sweet that you kind of get these little mini cutscenes for interacting with the little areas on the mountain, just showing that like it's not just set dressing. These actually, you know, symbolize stuff, symbolize the harshness of the journey. And if you go up and around this corner, we get the last of the collectible Ject Spheres, getting us an achievement, Auron's last overdrive, and a really nice cutscene from Yuna's dad.
I hope you are well. I wonder how old you are now that you're watching this sphere. You must be very beautiful, like your mother. I wish I could see you. Oh, by the way, Jekt and Auron send their regards. So far, our journey has been very entertaining. Of course, it is a hard journey, but I have no regrets. It is the path I have chosen. Yuna, when you have grown, you will have to find your own path. Do what you must do the way you want to do it. Doors will always open themselves to those who do. Listen close, Yuna. Your future is yours to make. Live the way you want to. Whatever way that may be, you have your father's full support. Yuna, I will always be with you.
So we get it, this shooting star overdrive, Auron's final overdrive, and I don't get why they don't appear on screen like trophies do in the PlayStation games, but we got the Steam achievement Memories of the Past for collecting all of the Jack spheres throughout the game.
Summoners that die appear, aren't sent to the far plane.
Why not?
Who would send them? They die alone.
So that means...
Many have become fiends, and they may want Yuna's company.
Well, Yuna will be fine.
You're right.
So a really handy armor there for Auron, the Defender Bracer, stone-proof, poison-proof, always good to have. Now, what is interesting as well is the fact that they're giving another in-lore universe as to why there's so many encounters on this road. Because obviously they're trying to say, oh, all these summoners died, they became fiends, and are now aggressively attacking summoners.
We have met several times before, right?
Not running today?
I have to carry on my brother's business. You've met him, I think. Owaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Wait, you're that guy's brother?
My brother wanted to come help Lady Yuna, but the temple imprisoned him for helping traitors.
They imprisoned him because of us?
He doesn't regret it, though. In fact, he told me, before they took him, "Don't worry about me, just go help Lady Yuna."
But why would your brother do this for us?
Well, hey, this isn't the time for talking. There's dealing to be done. Welcome to Owaka's.
Now, this guy has such unique weapons, and it's so important that you talk to him before leaving the mountain. Like, once you see him, talk to him immediately. He is what gets us 4 free armor slots in the game. So, like, super important to get him, and he won't appear if you don't talk to him. But basically, there's the Survivor item with Alchemy, super useful for Riku. The Booster Cactar, super useful for Riku. And like nearly all of these, like the Zombie Ward, spoilers, but that's going to be so important. Like again, such good abilities in these weapons. So definitely stop by, take a look, decide what you guys like. But definitely if you see something with Zombie Ward, you're going to want to take it. 152,000%. You're going to want to take those.
I will be sure to keep your brother in my prayers.
He's doing the same.
Thanks.
And with that, we reached the save point at the midpoint of Gagazet. And we're going to take a little pit stop here. And I'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks, guys.